Hi, it's Josie, and today I'd like to share with you a video that's going to help your horse with his balance and suppleness in canter. The couple of prerequisites for this are that you have an understanding of rhythm and what rhythm is. So rhythm is literally the trot's a 2-beat rhythm, the walk's a 4-beat rhythm, the canter's a 3-beat rhythm, and you want that rhythm in trot. We're going to do this to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It should be a metronome, not 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's got to be 1, 2, 1, 2. So a nice metronome, because when you're doing the leg yield, you want your rhythm to stay the same, and then you want to actually pop into canter, because that's what we're going to do. Leg yield into canter helps your horse with balance, helps him get his shoulder upright, and helps him make a nice canter transition. So let's get on with it. If you like these videos, I would love it if you'd give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and that's why you don't miss any of my videos. So how we're going to do this is we're going to work at it depending on how advanced your horse is. So I'm going to just start off with a horse that's not that advanced but does know how to do leg yield. So first of all, we'll just talk about the lines you will use depending on how advanced your horse is in leg yield. So if he's not that advanced, you can just use the quarter line. So come down the quarter line, look where you're going, then ask your horse to come over. Don't allow him to just drift over. Make sure it's on your aids. So you'll use that line if your horse is a little bit greener, because it's not so steep and not so hard for him. If your horse is a little bit more advanced, you can use the centre line to get him to leg yield across. Get him straight first, then ask him off. Remembering in leg yield, the horse should be straight, other than flexion and bend. Good boy. Boy, Rebel. And for the more advanced horse, you can go from the long side. Better catch his shoulders there. That's better. That's better. You can see he was drifting in those first couple of steps there. Good boy. So you pick where your horse is at and you choose that line for leg yield. Now what we're going to do is we're going to leg yield to the track, and then we're going to ask for canter. What this does is put the weight onto the outside hind leg, which is the first leg that pushes off into canter. I'm going to come from the middle line here. So I'm going to go across now. I'm going to do it in rising, and then I'm going to bump, bump, canter. Good boy. And I said bump, bump because I sat until he was ready to be asked to canter. Now I'm going to come back to trot. Good boy. So the horse can only do the canter transition when the outside hind leg is on the ground, because that's the first step of canter. It goes push off outside, diagonal pair, leading front. So the reason I went bump bump is I have to wait until that left hind leg is on the ground, because that's the one that's going to push him into canter. If I ask him to canter as this foot comes down, he has to wait till he does another half a stride to get that other the left hind leg on the ground to push off. So I usually sit bump, bump and canter. So as I go bump, as the second bump's coming, I put my aids on and then he can canter. So let's have a look at that again. Good boy, Rebel. So you have to have set your horse up correctly in the leg yield. If he's not set up correctly in the leg yield and he's all unbalanced, he may not get the right canter lead. So he's coming over here. Wait till we get to the track. Bump, bump, canter. Good boy. So when I said canter, it was when I put my canter aids on. Good boy. Now let's do that the other way. Woo! I think he wants to give a little bit of length and trot and show off. Good boy. So bring him down. Whoops, we overshot the centre line, not to worry. Let's leg yield him off. Bump, bump, canter. Good boy. So a beautiful way to get your horse to be more balanced in the canter and do a nice canter transition. A really, really simple exercise, good boy, that you can do as long as your horse knows how to leg yield and how to canter. You can give that a go. I'd love you to come back in the comments and tell me how you go. I love hearing from you guys. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching.